The Chargers have reached out to another coach for their vacant offensive coordinator position, and this time it is another Vikings coaching staff guy. Previously, it was Wes Phillips, the offensive coordinator, who denied the interview as if he's going to have a better quarterback in Minnesota. But now they are wanting to interview Jerrod Johnson, the assistant quarterbacks coach. Now, I didn't know a lot about this guy, but after doing a lot of research on him, I'm starting to see how these gears are turning with Brandon Staley and Tom Telesco. A lot of stuff that they were saying in that end of season press conference is starting to really be shown in the guys that they're choosing to come in and interview. So while I tell you all this information about Jerrod Johnson, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. So what are two things that Brandon Staley loves in a coach? A former player and the son of a football coach. Jerrod Johnson is both. He's another former quarterback who is the son of a football coach and a player. Jerrod committed to Texas A&M to follow in his father's footsteps, but he initially committed as a basketball player rather than a football player. He actually played against Kevin Durant, and that was when he made his decision to switch from basketball to football, because he said, you know what, if there's guys out here that are balling like that, I better go back to playing football and get under center. So during the 2007 season at Texas A&M, he was the backup quarterback to Stephen McGee, and his father unfortunately passed away during that season. He had a huge impact on his life, and during that year, he decided that, you know what, he was going to follow in his father's footsteps, and after his playing career, he was going to be a head coach just like his father. The year after that, in 2008, he played the entire year for Texas A&M and even set school records for passing yards and total offensive yards in a single game. And then in 2009, Ryan Tannehill came in trying to take that starting job from him, but he beat out Ryan Tannehill and eventually became the second team All Big 12 player that year. And then just before the 2010 season, he was considered a dark horse Heisman candidate, but he had arthroscopic shoulder surgery during the offseason that negatively impacted his entire career. People were saying he didn't have the same zip on the ball that he did prior to the surgery, and then halfway through that year, Ryan Tannehill eventually took over the starting job for the Aggies. Draft evaluators were saying that he couldn't throw the ball with that same velocity that he had prior to that shoulder surgery, and so he did end up going undrafted in the 2011 draft and spent time playing in basically every football league that you've ever heard of, including the NFL. Then he began his coaching career in 2017 on the 49ers staff under Kyle Shanahan. That's an important name right there. And then joined the Colts staff in 2019, where he was actually promoted to be the offensive quality control coach in 2020 and 2021, all under Frank Reich. And then just this past offseason, he joined Kevin O'Connell to be on the Vikings coaching staff, where he was the assistant quarterbacks coach. So now you can start to see how Jerrod Johnson is starting to check all these boxes that Brandon Staley and Tom Telesco have. He was under the Shanahan tree. He was also from someone who was under the Sean McVay tree, Kevin O'Connell, who was the offensive coordinator for the Rams and Sean McVay when they won the Super Bowl. And he also is a former player, former quarterback, and the son of a football coach. He checks every single box for these guys. And he said, Tom Telesco said, and Brandon Staley, I think they both said in their end of season press conferences, that it's not about experience as a coach, which Jerrod Johnson, he does lack. He's an assistant quarterbacks coach right now. That's his highest position in his career. He's only been coaching for 4 or 5 years. They don't care about experience as much as they care about leadership and football IQ. They may see a lot of good things in Jerrod Johnson. The thing that he does lack, and I know a lot of Chargers fans, just from reading the comments, they want a guy like Frank Reich because he has that experience. Let me know how you guys feel about this guy. I know a lot of you are going to want a more experienced coach. This is a young coach. This is a guy who hasn't been coaching for a long time. He's had a longer playing career so far than his coaching career. And I know a lot of you do want a more experienced coach because a lot of you guys don't trust Brandon Staley. I don't blame you so much for that. But leave it in the comments below what you think of this guy, whether you think he should be the offensive coordinator or somebody else. Obviously, I had that list in the video that I made prior where I had top 5 guys. I didn't even have this guy on my radar. So when I did this video and I was seeing everything about him, I was like, oh my gosh, he is ticking every single box that the Chargers coaching staff and general manager are looking for. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching until the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.